now coming back around. They say everything comes back around, don't they? Everything comes back into fashion. Well, slot car racing is gaining in popularity again, and we have Michael Cannon from Upstate Speedway with us today.
Good
Thank
morning.
you.
Good
Good morning. So, well, actually, I don't think I ever did slot car racing.
You didn't do it? I pictured you outside.
I don't think I ever did. So, what brought it away to start with? I mean, what?
Well, slot car racing was really big, invented around 1912 over in England, and as servicemen came back from World War II, they brought back slot cars with them around 1948.
Right.
It began to grow in popularity in the 50s and the 60s. It was so big that Johnny Carson had a championship on his show. Ed Sullivan had a championship on his show. Elvis Presley had an entire room dedicated to nothing but slot car racing with a custom-made track.
Oh, how cool.
Today, most people's awareness of slot car racing comes from kits you might buy at a hobby store.
Yeah,
They're
right.
small with small cars,
Yeah.
little braided tracks that are plastic tracks, and the kids play with them. Those are pretty easy to run because the cars are more magnetized to the track and they stay on pretty good. The commercial slot car tracks are all custom made. They're made out of wood. You have to have someone build one for you, different designs.
Okay.
And they're anywhere from, say, 60 feet to about 220 feet typically in length. Much more challenging, high bank turns, simulating a real racing environment. The tires is what keeps you on the track.
Okay, because I was going to ask, what makes it a slot car?
Here, this goes into a slot.
Okay.
These braids
There you go.
are what the power goes through.
Okay.
The driver holds a controller, pulling the trigger. Of course, different strengths of pull give you different amounts of torque and power. Engine, gears, spurs, they all make a difference in how your car runs. Some like speed in straightaways, some like to pull out of turns quickly.
Yeah.
It depends on the driver, really.
So you got to have skill. It's not just out there.
You do have to practice. It's funny to, I shouldn't say funny. It's always interesting to watch the brand new racer.
That would be me.
They spend more time crashing and flying off the track
I think that would
than
be
they do
what?
staying on the
Because
track.
to think speed first and not.
And that takes a little bit of a learning curve to do. I have a couple of different kinds of cars
Yes,
here.
please show me.
These are called rail drag cars.
Okay.
We have a brand new drag track. These, on the track that I have, it's been clocked at a speed of 103 miles per hour.
This one goes at a what? At 100 what?
Well, I don't know exactly this
But
one,
one
but
like
we
it.
can get a drag car at 103 miles an hour on that track.
Wow. It's really light. I thought it'd be super heavy.
Yes, underneath, I don't know if you can see underneath,
Yeah,
these are the chassis. Some are built by hand, some are bought. You can do it either way.
Yeah.
And then the motor on this one is actually exposed. So this is a rail car.
Okay.
Most of these over here are drag, and there's everything from pickup trucks to
That are in here?
to on down. Sure. If you want to, you feel free to pull one out.
Oh, cool. Is this how you should store them in something?
You should
like
store
this?
them in that to
Okay.
keep from getting damaged. This is the wheelie bar. Anybody around drag racing is aware of that wheelie bar to keep your front end from rising up when you go. These just travel very fast in a straight line. I noticed in the video you had before that you had a scene from the drag track. These other cars, this is the body. These are called flexi bodies.
Okay.
And they're flexible and thin because you want lightweight for speed. And also when you crash, you can bend them back. So these don't break as easy.
Okay.
These go on chassis like this. You cut out for wheels and such. You put an interior and you paint it. These come clear.
Okay.
Paint them on the inside, and that way the outside stays shiny, and when you crash, it doesn't chip the paint.
Yeah.
So those are also handy. These cars that I brought are more for the home track, but they're a larger scale.
Okay.
I brought these because they're very recognizable.
Yeah, they're pretty.
I grew up watching, well, this is before my time. I think I watched this car race, though.
Yeah.
You can race the trucks, and we have trucks in this type as well. The competitions that we have are pretty vigorous.
I was gonna say, where can people race at Upstate Speedway?
At Upstate Speedway, we have 3 tracks. We have a tri-oval track that's 96 feet. We have another track is called Hill Climb, and it's a more challenging track. That really is the favorite track locally. And then the drag track, which we've just put in, is brand new. Our main race day is Saturday. It gets pretty crowded on Saturday.
Yeah.
Tuesday night we have drag races. We're open Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday and Friday are mainly we call it round track. That would be the Hill Climb and the tri-oval, where you would race some of these type cars. NASCAR Thursday and then GTP, which is a little fancier looking Porsche looking
This
car
is so
on
cool.
Friday.
You're going to have to come back and talk more about this because I love, and I can't believe that I didn't know more about it. So thank you so much.
Can't believe you didn't know.
I know, right? You thought I'd be a crazy.
If it's good enough for Elvis,
You know, exactly.
There you go.
So neat. You see the website right there. Go by and find all those dates that he was talking about and learn more about it. So very cool. Thank you
Thanks
so
for having
much.
me.
Right,
Thank you
segment.
very much.
We're going to keep the adventure going. You know, we've talked about going ziplining before.